Each year, millions of books are published, with estimates suggesting over 130 million existing titles globally. Add to this the daily deluge of newspapers, social media feeds, and countless blogs, and the sheer volume of information is staggering. Possessing the remarkable ability to process thousands of pages in mere seconds would indeed be a formidable power. However, setting aside cinematic fantasies, what truly matters is what is retained from the material just consumed. The discussion centers on genuine comprehension. Reading is undeniably a powerful and invaluable pursuit, yet it isn't always an easy or efficient way to stay updated. While reading is one of life's most enriching experiences, it can, at times, feel incredibly burdensome, especially when imposed by academic requirements, work responsibilities, or personal studies. When faced with thousands of pages and limited time for each topic, the challenge is real. Moreover, there's the desire to remain connected socially rather than living solely immersed in texts with fictional companions. Reading can be compared to cooking. Sometimes there's the desire to prepare an elaborate meal, a grand feast for a special occasion. But often, a simple dish is needed to get through the day. The same applies to reading. Sometimes the goal is to savor the process, reading every word, delighting in literary or philosophical reflections. Other times, encountering lengthy, dense descriptions, the wish is to move swiftly past them without losing crucial information for the learning process. And this is precisely the aim of this video, to optimize reading so information can be absorbed effectively without compromise. The problem to address is how to cultivate rapid reading capabilities without sacrificing comprehension. It's important to understand that this ability is not an innate magical gift granted only to a privileged few by biological or genetic fortune. No, absolutely not. Rapid reading is a skill that can be developed, trained, and significantly enhanced over time. To begin mastering reading capacity, an essential yet somewhat controversial first step involves addressing subvocalization. This refers to the small inner voice constantly heard while reading any information. This isn't a fault, it's a learned habit from being taught to read aloud, word by word when young. The brain has been conditioned to associate reading with vocalization. Yet the brain possesses the remarkable ability to grasp messages without pronouncing every single word, understanding the full context without needing to read each component in its entirety. Consider those viral text puzzles that demonstrate how readily the brain can decode meaning even when letters are scrambled, proving that complete, explicit processing isn't always necessary for comprehension. For advanced academic reading, mastering further techniques is crucial, which will be revealed later in this discussion. However, for those looking to expand their weekly reading volume, exploring audio content can be highly beneficial. Utilizing audio-based resources can dramatically increase the number of texts processed in a given period. Whether someone is an avid reader or generally struggles with traditional formats, audio tools can be a perfect solution for integrating more literature into daily life. Experts in rapid reading universally advise using a guide, such as a finger or any other physical marker to direct the eyes. The eye struggles to move smoothly and progressively across a page on its own. It performs more effectively when it has an object to follow. The eye tends to lose focus and time without a guide. By employing a finger or marker, a 10% to 20% increase in reading agility can be gained. This method also significantly improves focus, acting as a tangible guide that maintains attention. Despite the eye's minor limitation, one of its greatest peculiarities can be leveraged: peripheral vision. The eye has the capacity to perceive surroundings peripherally, generating a clear general image of the landscape, without needing to focus on a single object in detail. This principle also applies to processing information. Instead of starting at the extreme beginning of each line, efficiency can be gained by starting the focus point closer to the middle. When concentrating on the center of a page, this wonderful peripheral functionality of the eye can be utilized to grasp words located in the margins. This strategy allows the use of that space without needing to read letter by letter. For instance, if only the left column is read, only the book's margin and center might be fully perceived. The same applies to the right column, where only the adjacent page section and center are perceived. However, by focusing on the central column, all information on the page can be perceived and the general message understood, minimizing lost information and reading time. However, optimizing the reading process will be ineffective without consistently implementing active recall. Make it a habit to use active recall at the end of every reading session, be it at the conclusion of a chapter, a page, a part, or even an entire book. Active recall involves the mental reconstruction of the material just studied. Its philosophy forces the brain to retrieve information without any external support. When reading, whether at the end of a page, chapter, or book, actively strive to remember the fundamental learnings and key questions the author sought to convey. For instance, at the end of each chapter, recalling and even noting down 3 fundamental concepts presented by the author, along with any creative examples that clarified them, can be immensely helpful. At the end of a book, summarizing all retained information, perhaps by writing it down, solidifies understanding. If at any point something previously read cannot be recalled, quickly review that specific page, refresh the concept, and renote it. This controlled process makes reading significantly more effective. One of the most overlooked aspects in reading sessions is the preparation and optimization of the environment. For instance, some find reading deeply satisfying amidst natural surroundings, in peaceful gardens, accompanied by the sounds of nature. Such an atmosphere is crucial not only for reading quickly, but for absorbing everything consumed. Similarly, within a home setting or even in certain public spaces, playing specific types of music can be beneficial. However, not just any music will do. Aggressive genres or highly distracting music are counterproductive, as they can evoke emotions that hinder deep absorption. The ideal music for reading typically includes Baroque or classical compositions, such as those by Mozart, maintaining a rhythm between 50 and 80 beats per minute. These pieces generally lack vocals and are melodious, unobtrusive, and consistent. Lo-fi beats are another excellent option. Additionally, epic film scores, like those from certain well-known cinematic masterpieces, can also create an immersive atmosphere conducive to focus and absorption. When reading, complete isolation is often a top priority. This means eliminating all distractions and fully controlling the surroundings. Prioritizing eye care by ensuring the room is well lit minimizes visual strain. Preparing essential items like a writing tool, a beverage, and water nearby is helpful. Crucially, the mobile phone should be placed out of sight, with all notifications and sounds completely deactivated. Keep optimizing your learning journey. Until the next discussion.